Hey everyone, welcome to February in my square journal. For February, I really wanted to do waterfall tabs because I've been thinking about this theme for a while. So I'm going to start by cutting off a bunch of paper on all of my pages for my theme in order to create the waterfall tabs. Because I don't have scissors big enough to do this, I'm going to be using a straight blade and a metal ruler. Then I'm going to start by putting down this shooting star pink and purple washi tape that I got in the Wondrous Skies subscription box from Archer and Olive, along with this pink stamp washi tape that I've had for a couple of years now from the Lunar Mystery set from Notebook Therapy. And then we're going to take a quick break from washi tape to write in my quote, which is, "Oh dang, oh my, now I can't hide. Thought I knew myself, but I guess I lied." This is from one of my favorite songs by Nightbird called It's Okay. I'm going to follow that by coloring in my February header. This font is called Creation Frescoes font. I found it on FontSpace. And then I'm going to decorate using this watercolor gold gilded washi tape as well as these stickers from Stickii Club. These are the Celestial Sea stickers. I have 2 sticker sheets of the same stickers because I wanted to make sure I had enough for the full theme, as well as these light creation stickers from Journalsay. Because I want to make sure I have enough stickers for the full theme, we're just going to leave the cover page as it is for the moment and move on to the next spread, which is my calendar / content dashboard spread. And for this one, I'm using a Constillation washi tape in this really nice dark purple along the sides, as well as the pink stamp washi that we used on the cover page, because if you use repeating elements, your theme will feel more like a theme. Once I'm happy with squeezing all of the washi tape I can onto these 2 small pages, I'm going to do my February header and then draw in my calendar. For February, since it starts on a Sunday and I do Sunday start, it is a perfect rectangle. I'm super excited. The next time we see this is going to be years from now. But for all of my lines for this theme, I've done a really light gray, and I've done broken lining, if that makes sense. It just gives it a softer look, and then the lines are not overwhelming. Then we'll decorate with some of our stickers, as well as the accenting washi tape. I'm going to decorate sparingly for now, so I have enough stickers for the whole theme. And unfortunately, I forgot to record everything for my tracker spread, so enjoy this. Then we'll do my miscellaneous tracker spread, and we're once again doing the dark purple Constillation washi along the edges. As well as some accenting pink stamp washi along the bottom of the media page. And the top of the stats and notes page, once I make sure that it's nicely stuck down. I'll do some fussy cutting around the lettering on these pages so that I don't lose the effect of the font. And once again, we'll just outline this font so that I know where not to go with my marker. and then I'll color it in. I have to say that the NO combination is probably my favorite combination of these letters in this entire theme. And of course, it would not be this theme if I didn't include a couple of stickers from the sticker sets that I'm using, as well as the watercolor washi tape. Moving on to my meal tracking spread. This spread has the pink, purple falling stars tape along the edges. And because February only has 28 days and the maximum amount of days I can fit on this spread is 28, and because it starts on a Sunday, this is a perfect 4-page spread of 28 days in February. Once again, I'm going to be doing this dotted line on each of the lines to create a softer line that's less distracting from the overall theme. I'm also using a 01 fine liner, so it's a really, really thin line to give it that barely there feeling. And we cannot forget our washi decorations, as well as some of our stickers. On to the first weekly spread for February. I'm going to be using this triangle spread that I haven't used in quite a while, but in the square journal, even when you do waterfall tabs, you have lots and lots of space to use this spread to its best effect. Each of the triangles is 10 dot grid boxes tall and 20 dot grid boxes wide if you wanted to try this spread for yourself. It does take a little bit of time to figure out how to do it properly, but I promise you, once you figure it out, it is a great spread if you want to try something different instead of the standard horizontal or vertical layouts. Just carefully do the broken line for each of these. And then because of the shape of each of these boxes, I'm just going to do the initial for the day of the week. That way I'm not struggling trying to get the full day listed out in a triangular box. I'm going to add some more of the pink stamp washi at the bottom of the page here. I just wanted to make sure I had lots of room for the February header. And then it's time to decorate with our stickers. Once again, I'm trying to very strategically place most of the elements that have been used on the other pages on my weeklies. The second weekly for February is this stacked box weekly. I've done this one several times before. It's just kind of a fun play on extra boxes. To keep on theme, we're doing our edge washi to be followed by our broken lines for each of our boxes. This was a little tricky because I didn't want to overlap the lines or make sure that the lines were where they needed to be. But once I was happy with all of my lining, I did the font. By the second or third time you do this font, you get pretty used to how the letters interact with each other. And we need some more of our theme elements. So our pink stamp washies going on the top and bottom of both of these pages. And you can see I've crinkled that corner because I was trying to erase something. And that's always a tragedy, but it happens. We'll just make sure that we have everything cut off because I couldn't fit the full sticker on some of these pages, followed by, once again, the initial for each of the days of the week so that we have lots of space for planning on these relatively small boxes. Our third February weekly is an easy one. We're going to divide the pages into quarters. Once again, we need our waterfall tab washi on each side. And then tragedy is going to strike. Just wait. Oh no. I've hit the end of the pink stamp washi tape. So now I'm trying to figure out how I can get the pink stamp washi tape element onto this page as well as the next page. I'm going to opt for a small corner instead of the full center that I was going to do and use the falling star washi for the center. With the dotted lines to differentiate where my boxes are, it'll complete setting up those boxes. Then, because I have room, I'm going to be doing the full days of the week in each of the squares. And this font is no joke. It took me 2.5 minutes just to write Sunday. But I'm not going to make you guys suffer through that. So we're going to flip ahead to where I'm going to be doing the February font for the February header. This one got a little squishy as we got towards the edge here. But that's okay. We made it work and everything is going to look very cute when we're done. On to decorating. I'm going to be doing a little bit of layering in this little corner here because I don't have a ton of space for decorating on this particular layout. But we will get in our watercolor washi, big sticker from Stickii, and some tiny little highlights. On to our last spread for February. Yes, that's right, my friends. Last spread for February because, once again, 28 days, 4 full weeks. We need our waterfall tabs washi. And then I saved the pink stamp washi over on a corner. And we're going to lay that down on here, as well as take out this very last full stamp and place it just safely in the corner here. Because for this spread I've decided to do a horizontal layout. I'm going to have a lot of space probably near the ends of the day boxes that I'm not going to use. And because the boxes are so big, I opted to do the full day of the week instead of just the initial. Then I'm going to decorate as well as I can with these boxes and fill in the February header font. I'm trying my best to squeeze in as much decoration as I can on this particular layout. And you're going to notice I'm going to also run out of the watercolor gilded washi tape. And because I managed to get at least one of each element of this theme onto each of my spreads. I'm going to then go back and fill in some of the extra spaces with some of these small star stickers that came on the Stickii sticker sheet. There were a lot of little stars that came on the Stickii sheets, so I got to put down a lot of little decorations. And then my favorite part about doing waterfall tabs is to use my quarter rounder and make it look like each of those waterfall tabs came like that. But I tend to struggle with it just a tiny bit when I have it upright. So you'll notice I'm going to flip it over in a second here, and it's going to be much more cooperative for me when it's flipped upside down. And with a final punch, that completes February in this waterfall tab setup. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I had a lot of fun setting this up. It is much pinker than my usual themes. I'm not a pink girly, but this particular sticky sheet really caught my attention when I got it, and I really wanted to highlight it in a theme. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.